Hey, what's up, guys? Aaron Clough with Keller Williams Premier Properties Group for another episode of Let's Talk About Real Estate Tuesday, because I love talking about real estate. And if you live in Dallas, Fort Worth, I'm going to assume that you love tacos. So I want to talk a little bit today because I've run into this a couple times this week. The truth about the ILSs, or the internet listing services like Zillow, Trulia, realtor.com. They're not all created equally, number one. There are some that are, in fact, a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I have a lot of clients that reach out to me, especially if they're buying a home, and will look on Zillow, will look on some of these sites, and they'll log in and they'll do all this stuff and go and click through and a ton of stuff. Number one, it is a good way for a consumer to just get access to see what's potentially on the market. Now, that being said, if you are looking and you're working with a real estate agent, I would encourage you to talk to your real estate agent. We have access as professionals to the MLS, the multiple listing services, really is the true database of what is actually on the market. While Zillow does have some access to that, we do push things out there. We do push listings out to those services. At the end of the day, they're not always up to date. I've seen many times where they are behind the eight ball. So something happens with a transaction, a property goes under contract, it's pending, it actually is sold. Zillow doesn't necessarily is not the most up-to-date source. And so going through and relying solely on that is probably not a great idea if you're trying to get up-to-date stuff. Number two, I've seen it recently too, that Zillow's pushed out some stuff where properties are not even on the market and they're listing them for sale. And so I don't know where that data comes from, but just all goes back to, that's why it's important to work with a local real estate agent that has access to listings in that market. They're going to be able to give you the most up-to-date information. They're going to be able to dig a little bit deeper than what's on Zillow, and it's just normally a better fit. And that's why, especially as a buyer, to trust a licensed realtor to help you in the process. Now, on the sell side of things, they have the wonderful thing that is a Zestimate, that Zillow putting their arbitrary, or Zillow putting their number out there of what this home is worth. Now, in some cases, it's pretty close. In some cases, it's wildly, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars off. And I'll be very honest, I don't know the algorithm that goes into that. I don't know how they factor that. But if you're looking to sell your home, I wouldn't trust in looking at what your neighbor's houses are worth on Zillow. You're either going to be a little bit misled, or you may be a little bit disappointed when that true number comes out. And so Zillow's a great resource. You definitely can get a snapshot of what's in the market, can see what potentially is going on. There is some truth and validity to that. However, maybe a little bit biased, but if you are looking to buy or sell a home, I would tell you to always consult a licensed real estate agent, especially someone that focuses very specifically in the area that you live. We all serve a greater metro area, especially here in DFW. But when it comes to working in a very niche area, a very specific area, it's good to have a real estate agent that has access to those tools, but also has a good working knowledge of what's going on in your local market. Now, for the important stuff, talking about the tacos. Got this from Taqueria Torta Shell. It's actually at Miller and Rowlett Road. It's in the Shell station. Again, gas station tacos, always been known to be fire flame. Went with the classic, got carnitas and got barbacoa. So, gonna go with the traditional carnitas first. Got the green sauce, lime, and then just the onion and cilantro. Don't have to get too fancy, don't have to screw it up. Meat's really good quality. That green salsa is fire flame. So good. Now, on to the most consistent factor of this on these episodes, other than me, is the barbacoa. Switching it up with the red sauce. Going without the lime, living dangerously. Really, really good. Could have a bit more seasoning, but not run into some of the issues with some of the other ones where they're super fatty or it's just like greasy or drippy or anything like that. It's still seasoned well. I like a little bit more flavor on that. But yeah, so that's it. La Taqueria Torta Shell at Miller and Rowlett Road in Rowlett. And as always, if you're looking to buy, sell, lease, rent, invest in residential real estate here in the greater DFW Metroplex, please reach out to me, DM me, call me, reach out to my team. We'd love to provide value for you and your family. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.